You want to? Bhagavad Geeta, it's a text for the humanity and delivered by none other than Lord Himself. Lord Himself, that is why it has got its weightage. In the past weeks, we covered chapter 15 and chapter 12. We sent you the recording also so that you can practice at home. And as I was mentioning, many Geetas are there. Uddhav Geet, Brahmara Geet, Bhikshu Geet, and all are masculine. This one is called as Bhagavad Geeta. Ta, when it is extended, that is it's a feminine and with melody. You have to sing with the meter. Bhagavad Geeta is a song, divine song. Song has to be sung in a melodiously. It is not just reading like reading. You have to add. When you start liking that one, music naturally comes. Something when you enjoy, you start putting the emotion behind whatever you are singing. And Bhagavad Gita is such a text. When you start liking, your voice itself becomes melodious. It's a text for the humanity. It is not confined only for the people of certain religion or certain country or certain time. It's an universal text. Bhagavad Gita, it's a super psychology. It's all our problems, whether we are suffering, whatever we say, I am not happy, I am under anxiety, I am in depression. Whatever is the problem, the cause of the problem is the mind. I think I am suffering. I think I am in distress. I think I have a big problem. But the great achievers, they also go through the similar situation, but they go through the same situation, but they never feel dejected, depressed. So, secret is the mind. Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna, and again says, and you have to lift yourself by yourself. If you are unhappy, it is because of your mind. If you are happy, it is because of your mind. He says, Uddharer Atmanatmanam. With your own effort, you have to uplift. Do not depend on others to make you happy. You have to take a ownership to lift the game of your own life. And that is the message of Sri Krishna. You have to look after the mind. It's a super psychology. Enrich your mind. Enliven your mind. Then see how best you can excel. In the 16th chapter, towards the end, Sri Krishna says, to achieve, excel in your life, you should know the fundamentals. You should know that the last term I talked about the Swadhyaya. You have to do the Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya, fundamentals you have to understand. Many people, they say, I am not interested in theory. I just want to do yoga. Tell me which asana I can bend forward, back, twist, which one I have to do. Many teachers also, they are only catering that one. Theory is not important, just bend forward and back. You are okay. And Sri Krishna in the 16th chapter at the end, he says, Tasma Shastra Pramanam Te Karya Akarya Vyavastito Jnatva Shastram Vidanoktam Karma Kartu Iharhasi. And he says, and use the scriptures as an authority. If I am an engineer and if I am working on some project, I use engineering fundamentals as a basis for working on my design and my development. If I am a doctor, I use medical fundamentals as a basis for treating the patients. Whatever area you are in, you have to have a fundamentals. Use that one as an authority, and by then you know what to do, when to do. Tasma Shastra Vidanoktam Karma Kartu Iharhasi. When you know your fundamentals, when you know the theory well, you will excel in your life. You know how to perform your action. You know how to do the karma. And at the beginning, it's a 16th chapter, Sri Krishna finished with that one. In the 17th chapter, today we will do the 17th chapter from today onwards. And at the beginning, Arjuna asked the question, "Oh Lord, Krishna," he addresses Lord as Krishna, and so attractive. You inspire my mind. "Oh Krishna, tell me, some people, they are not interested in theory. They don't go by the text. The Shastra, they are not interested. They will want to do the things. They just want to do the things. They don't go by the rule book. And whether that type of action, what do you call? Is it called as sattvic? Is it called as tamasic? Or it is called as rajasic? And what type of action is that one?" And Arjuna, Sri Krishna further dives deep into that one. And people, they act according to their own nature. Their own nature. Whether I study the text or not, end of the day, I do according to my nature. That is why it is said, right from your, if you are a parent, right from the childhood, ingrain them the positive attitude, introduce them to the Shastras, so that their thinking changes, their outlook changes, personality changes. If I do not know any fundamentals, Shastra, these texts are not taught in the schools in the name of secular education. They, even some people can ask, if I read scriptures, will I get a $1 million job? Will I get enough money? And will I become a big shot in the community? And it's our outlook. We always say, I become successful only when I have money. If I think I am successful when I have 6 course of meal, only stomach oriented and only body oriented, only that attitude will be there. That person will be acting according to the nature. And towards in the 18th chapter, Sri Krishna says, in the 17th chapter, Sri Krishna talks about in the beginning, he says, Yajna, Dana and Karma. Everyone must do that one. Yajna, Dana and Karma and food. The type of food I get attracted, it is because of my nature. The type of austerities I do, the worship I do according to my nature. The type of tapas I do, and it is out my nature. The type of charity I do according to my nature. And in the 18th chapter, Sri Krishna says, Yajnodana tapap karma natyajyam karyameva tatam Yajnodana tapak chaiva pavanani manishinaha. He says in the 18th chapter, Yajna, Dana and Karma. Yajna, Dana and Tapas. Yajna, the worship, and austerity and charity, Sri Krishna says, everyone must do that one, even it uplifts the most enlightened person. I can't say I am an enlightened person. I have realized, I have read all the text. I need not have to do. Sri Krishna says, even if you are a realized person, you have to do that one. It will purify you further. And in Mahabharata, right through the text, Sri Krishna, he showed by example. He never sat idle, thinking, I am a god, why I should do? Let everyone come and serve. And he says, he did not do. He did not sit idle. Right through, he was busy. Right from the beginning, right from childhood, He was very, get involved. He never laid back. And yadyada charati shreshta tatta deva itaro janaha. When the leader, whatever he or she does, people blindly follow that leader. So, the leader has extra responsibility in the community. How he acts, she acts or reacts, and how leads the life, it is very important. If that person is a loose character, entire society will come down. My teacher himself is or herself is like this, why I should do? They will come down. Society value system will deteriorate. And you have to, as Sri Krishna says, that he is doing this one because if he sits idle, everyone, society will imitate. So, as a leader, as a community leader, as a community person, you have extra responsibility to act, not to just while away your time in partying and watching television. Life is very precious. And we will start off, that is the preamble for this text. And in the earlier last term, we touched upon the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Geeta. There, the three ropes, Sri Krishna talks about three ropes which binds everyone. Three ropes are called as Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. Sattvic rope is like a golden rope, and it's Rajasic rope. It is like a copper rope, and Tamasic is an iron rope. And doesn't matter whether Sattvic, Rajasic or Tamasic, they binds. It is I am bound. I only feel happy. I am bound by golden rope. But still I am bound. And in the 14th chapter, it talks about how to come out of, try to go, unshackle yourself from Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. In the 17th chapter, Sri Krishna says that when one gets bound by Sattvic, Rajasic or Tamasic ropes, golden rope, copper rope or iron rope, how he or she acts in the society. It is not judging others, it is for improving the quality of our life. Arjuna Vacha Ye Shastra Vidhi Musrajya Yajante Shraddayanvitaha Tesham Nishtatu Ka Krishna Sattvamaho Rajastamaha. Again, Ye Shastra Vidhi Musrajya Yajante Shraddayanvitaha Tesham Nishta Tuka Krishna Sattvamaho Rajastamaha. Ye Shastra Vidhi Musrajya. One who has ignored the text. Musrajya. Srajya, it's also called as Tyajya. One who has given up the text, not going by what the rule book says. Still very committed to doing. It's a Shradda. There is a faith. With faith, one does the action. It's not going by the rule book, but with faith, one acts. That type of action, that Nishtha, that type of faith, oh Krishna, is it Sattvic type, Rajasic type, Tamasic type? And it's a very faithful and very motivated and does the action. What type of action is that one? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Trivida Bhavati Shraddha
Trivida Bhavati Shraddha
Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja
Dehinam Swaswabhavaja
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva
Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu.
Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu.
Our faith is according to the gunas, according to our nature. They are called as sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. The details of this one, shrunu, you hear these details. Our faith. And again, Trivida Bhavati Shraddha
Trivida Bhavati Shraddha
Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja
Dehinam Swaswabhavaja
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva
Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu.
Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu.
Sattvanurupa Sarvasya
Sattvanurupa Sarvasya
Shraddha Bhavati Bharata
Shraddha Bhavati Bharata
Shraddha Mayoyam Purusho
Shraddha Mayoyam Purusho
Yo Yashraddha Evasa
Yo Yat Shraddha Sa Evasa
Sattvanurupa Sarvasya. The mind is the faith is depending on the mind. And what type of person you are, it is because of the faith. Whatever faith you entertain, it is that type of person you are in. The faith, the sattva, Shraddha Mayoyam Purusho. What type of person I am, it is because dependent on the gunas, sattvika, rajasika and tamasa. We outside we put on various masks. I belong to this tradition, I belong to this religion, I belong to this faith, and I belong to that noble parampara. I claim so many things. These are all only the mask. Only the mask I put on to hide behind that one. Whatever parampara, whatever religion, whatever denomination, whatever faith, whatever country you are from, doesn't matter. Person acts according to the mind, one's own mind. Only we put on the garb outside. My religion talks about this one. I don't agree with that one because my religion doesn't agree. And it's for example, I say that I belong to this religion. Am I? It's nobody is belonging to any religion. Nobody. I may say I am a Hindu or I am a Muslim, I am a Christian, I am a Jew. I am only hiding behind that one. Whatever that religion says, I follow very, very minimal. I pick up bits and pieces here and there for conducive, what is appropriate for me, I pick up those ones. And I say, I follow, I belong to that religion. It is, in fact, nobody belongs to any religion. We take them as a tool, as a weapon for us to act in the world. Sri Krishna slowly opens up and we hide behind the mask, saying that I belong to that one, I belong to this one, I belong to Vasudeva Kriya Yoga, and whatever teacher says, I do whatever is right for me. I don't care what teacher says. I don't care what yoga text says. I pick up bits and pieces here and there and I say I belong to that one. And that Shraddha, that the person is according to one's mind. Shraddho mayoyam purusha yo yashraddha evacha. The faith, one entertains in the life according to the type of mind. Now, Sri Krishna, it's the 17th chapter, towards the end of that one, slowly taking us, drawing us towards the concluding part. He's taking the subject to the pinnacle. Mind is important. You have ignored the mind altogether. You refuse to take ownership. You always hide behind something, saying that it's a sanction of my guru, sanction of my religion, sanction of this one. You have to take the responsibility. It's a mind. It's uplifting the mind. Again, repeat after me. Sattvanurupa sarvasya.
Sattvanurupa sarvasya.
Shradda bhavati bharata.
Shraddha bhavati bharata.
Shraddo ayoyam purusha.
Shraddha ayoyam purusho.
Yo yashraddha eva sa.
Yo yat shraddha sa eva sa.
And yajante satvika devan.
Yajante satvika devan.
Yaksha rakshansi rajasaha.
Yaksharakshansi rajasaha.
Pretan bhuta gananschanye.
Pretan bhuta gananschanye.
Yajante tamasa janaha.
Yajante tamasa janaha.
Again. Yajante satvika devan.
Yajante satvika devan.
Yaksha rakshansi rajasaha.
Yaksharakshansi rajasaha.
Pretan bhuta ganans anye.
Pretan bhuta ganan anye.
Yajante tamasa janaha.
Yajante tamasa janaha.
We entertain the value in our life. How sattvic person entertains, does the things sattvic person entertains. Yajante sattvika. That sattvika person with the sattvic quality entertains the things in life which is brilliant, which is glorious, which is uplifting, which is going towards the light and divine quality. Is interested in acquiring the divine quality, noble quality, purity, contentment, bliss, joy. He is or she is interested in that one. Deva. It's a divine quality. He is wanting to acquire the divine quality. And Yaksha Rakshansi Rajasaha. Rajasic quality, they entertain the shortcut. I don't care about the means, goal is important for me. They worship Yaksha Rakshansi. It's a Rakshasa. They use the influence, political influence, that influence. They bypass the rules, bypass the rules and regulations. It's a Yaksha Rakshansi Rajasa. That they take the arm power. They can resort to the gundas for protection, and they want to acquire the prosperity, rajasic quality. And tamasic quality, people, bhuta, preta, gana, it's like negative force, sorcery, black magic, and devil worship. They can go to the burial ground on a new moon, whole night they can sit there and only to invoke the negative energy, and they are interested in that one. The sattvic people, they make sure that always think good, think positive, think noble, tread the path of light. Tamasic people, they whatever is the way, they always tread the path of darkness. And Rajasic people, only I believe what I see. This is it. I don't believe in that one. What I see, that's the only thing. Rajasic people work on the Yaksha and Rajasa. And Sri Krishna slowly laying the foundation on the mind. Now, it is no business school or no university talks about these qualities. That is why these quality, if you want to uplift your personality, you have to dive deep into the Shastras. You have to dive deep and you have to approach a competent teacher. When you read the text, you don't understand. But you have to approach a teacher, you have to learn this one. So uplifting. And Ashastra Vihitam Ghoram.
Ashastra Vihitam Ghoram.
Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Ashastra Vihitam Ghoram.
Ashastra Vihitam Ghoram.
And ga, it's a second ga, you have to apply the pressure. Ashastra Vihitam Ghoram, apply the pressure. Here, when you are applying, you are squeezing your vocal cord so that air comes out with pressure. Ashastra Vihitam Ghoram.
Ashastra Vihitam Ghoram.
Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Damba ahankara samyuktaha.
Dambha ahankara samyukta.
And many modern texts, they say damba tata da. Try to say tata da. Damba, that's the original text. Damba ahankara
Dambha ahankara
samyuktaha.
samyuktaha.
Kamaraga
Kamaraga
balanvitaha.
balanvitaha.
Karshayanta
Karshayanta
sharirastham.
sharirastam.
Bhutagrama
Bhutagrama
achetasaha.
achetasaha.
Mam chaivanta
Mam chaivanta
sharirastham.
sharirastam.
Tan vidya
Tan vidya
asura nischayan.
asura nishchayan.
These qualities Sri Krishna talks about. Arjuna asked the question, who forsake the text and acts. He talks about, in the 16th chapter, he talks about only the asuric quality and negative quality, people with negative quality. Here he talks about the negative people. They forsaken the text and they act. So, asura nischayan. These, if they show these qualities, it is conclude that they are of a asuric quality, negative quality, demonic quality. And what are they? Ashastra Vihitam. It is not no sanction of the text. They do tapas, long tapas. That in front of, they can sit for meditation 5 hours, 10 hours, and they put up all the costumes, and they can stay hungry for 24 hours, 48 hours, 62 hours. It is no sanction of the text. They do severe austerity, like what Puranas has mentioned. Many Asuri Shaktis, they have done the tapas. It is no sanction of the text. They, out of their own way. And it's a ghora, very severe austerity. Ghoram, tapyante ye tapo janaha. They do the austerities to do. Why? Damba ahankara. I want to show in front of the community how well I am doing the tapas. I can stay without food for 48 hours, 62 hours. I can sit in meditation for 5 hours at a time. And it's only for the show off. I want the publicity. I want it to be in the media. Damba, ahankara, and combination of Damba, only I want to show off to the people, and full of ego. Why I am doing the tapas? I want to acquire extra energy. With this energy, I want to destroy that person. I don't care. I want to create a havoc. Many terrorists are doing the resorting to the same thing. They go into hiding, they can go into caves. For months together they get trained. And trained how to remain still, how to endure the thirst, how to endure the hunger. And it's how to lie down as if you are dead for 5 hours, 6 hours. Severe austerities they do, and only for the show off and with the arrogance, with the intention of destroying others. And karshayanta sharirastham, and they torture their body severely. Some people pierce the limbs also to show it's showing that I can endure the pain. I can endure the pain. Pierce the organs. Pierce karshayanta sharirastham. They torture the body, physical body. They torture. Karshayanta sharirastham bhuta gramama achetasaham. With the intention, they create a havoc around wherever they are there. And sharirastham mam chaivanta sharirastham tan vidya asura nischayan. And they torture and himself, and they torture the divine beings also. The Supreme Lord within him also, not at all satisfied with this austerity. When we do the tapas, why we do the tapas, at the end we say, whatever good or bad I have done, and right way or wrong way, I offer it to the Lord. They don't say that one. They do only for the personal gain, personal arrogance, and only for the personal display they do. They torture themselves. Karshayanta sharirastham, karshayanta sharirastham, one who is there within the body, Supreme Lord within him also, or her, not at all satisfied. These type of asuric quality, they do these type of austerities. Shri Krishna is warning us. Hope you are not falling in this category. Shri Krishna is waking us up. Your sadhana should be sattvic, not the asuric type. Shri Krishna gently waking us up. And he talks about the food, what we are eating, and we say, and without onion I can't eat, without extra salt I can't eat, without piece of meat I can't eat, without extra that food I can't eat. And what I am, it is the food. Food is very important in my life. And I drive 20-50 kilometers away, I drive 1 hour to go to a restaurant, wait in the queue for 1 hour and eat the food which gets digested in 3 hours. For that, I spend 3 hours, 4 hours driving, waiting, and which gets digested within 3 hours. I spend so much of time. And according to your nature, you like type of food. What type of food you like, what type of tapas you do, worship you do, and what type of charity you do, I tell you in detail. Now pay attention. Shri Krishna says, Shunu, now listen what I am going to say. Aharastvapi sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha yajñatapa tata dhanam tesham veda imam shrunu. The distinction, you listen to the distinction. It is not one. Veda, it's a various categories are there. You listen to the different categories. Aharastvapi, even right from the food. Forget about your worship, or forget about your charity, forget about your tapas, austerity you do, worship you do. The basic food, type of food you are drawn, you can make out. And in English also there is a saying, tell me what type of food you are eating, I can tell you what type of person you are. And in Hindi it is there, Jaisa an, Aisa man. You are what you eat. In English also is there. You are what you eat. I eat the type of food I eat. It tells you the framework of your mind, framework of your personality. And aharastvapi sarvasya, among all sarvasya trivido bhavati, three types of bhavati priyaha, three types of food are dear to them. And so is yajna, austerity, their worship, austerity and charity they do, they according to their nature. And Sri Krishna and takes up the first one, and I have covered up to the 7th, 8th we'll do, and from here we have to go slow. I have covered up to 7 quickly, and 8th one I will just introduce, and from here now we have to go very slowly. Ayu Sattva,
Ayu Sattva,
Balarogya,
Balarogya,
Sukha Priti,
Sukha Priti,
Vivardhanaha,
Vivardhanaha,
Rasya Snigdha,
Rasya Snigdha,
Sthira Hridya,
Sthira Hridya,
Ahara,
Ahara,
Satvika Priyaha.
Satvika Priyaha.
The person who is wanting to tread the path of light, what type of food is dear to that person? Ayu, Sattva, and Ayu, which is helpful for good health. And some people they say, I don't care, I can die 5 years before early, I don't care. I want to just enjoy the food. Whatever I am eating, I should enjoy. Even I die 10 years before, I don't care. And it is not the sattvic type person talking about. Ayu Sattvam. I want to, the food which enhances the health, which enhances the lifespan. Ayu Sattva, full of nourishment, full of Amrit is doing the food science. These are the things which you won't be studying even if you do PhD. This one you can incorporate in your studies. Ayu, the food which is good for the health, lifespan, and full of vitality, nutrition. Bala, which enhances the strength, not only strength of the body, mind. Some food, when you eat some food, very tasty, but makes your mind very dull. No energy after that. It strengthens your mind, body, makes you very light, feel very light. Bala arogyam, bala arogya, you feel very healthy. Your bowel movement is good, digestion is good, there is no bloating, no acidity formation, no gastric formation, food gets digested very quickly. Sukha Priti, it gives me when there is no gas buildup or acidity or gastric problem, constipation problem, mind becomes very calm. When you have a good bowel movement, you feel very relieved in the mind also. Sukha Priti, Vivardhana. Sukha Priti, and one enjoys the happiness in life. Sukha Priti Vivardhanaham. Rasya Snigdha Sthira Hridya Ahara Satvika Priyaha. And it's full of nutrition. Rasya it's a firm food, it's a fresh food. Snigdha, Sthira Hridya, one gives the delight to the heart. Sthira Hridya, Ahara Satvika Priyaha. The person who is drawn towards wanting to progress in the life, tread the path of light, wants that takes up the food according to these qualities. It's in the Mahabharata, I will touch upon this one. And in the Mahabharata, Bhishmacharya did 475 years of studies. He went to Brihaspati Acharya, Devarishi. He went to Devaloka to study. And he studied with Parashurama. Parashurama for decades. He studied at the feet of Parashurama. So well qualified, Bhishmacharya. And in the Kaurava court, when the Duryodhana wanted to covet the wealth of the Pandavas, and Dhritarashtra, his father, told him, Pandavas will help you to get money and wealth. And he said, I have enough wealth, but I am very jealous that they have the wealth. I don't want them to enjoy their life. I want every wealth from them. And how to get that one? And Shakuni, my dear uncle Shakuni, he said, he can help us. He knows how to play the dice and cheat. And Dhritarashtra sent an invitation to Yudhishthira to come and play the dice game. You gamble. Dice is nothing but gamble. I want to see my children playing the gambling and I want to enjoy. And he sent this message through Vidura. And Vidura, when he conveyed, he said, this is the message of king. But as uncle, I am telling you, please don't go. But Yudhishthira, having a respect to the uncle, his Dhritarashtra, he also that had a vow, he had taken a vow that if anyone, secretly he had done, if anyone invites me for a gamble, I won't refuse. Because everyone, before starting, he was very sure that he was of such a noble quality, nobody will invite. He made a weird promise. Now when that person invited, he blindly followed him to the court, Dhritarashtra's court. And there, in the last minute, they changed the rule. And Duryodhana said, I won't be playing instead of me. My uncle Shakuni will play. He changed the rules. Yudhishthira did not comment on that one. And when he started playing, he did not know how to play the game also. And Shakuni, he's every time. And he played and he used to say, it's what you want to keep it as on gamble. And as a king, he initially started off with all my elephants. I will keep it. And Shakuni, I have one. Next, what do you want to keep? All my horses. He played. Yes, I have one. What do you want to keep? And one by one, all my wealth, I have one. And everything he lost. Now, Dhritarashtra said, I don't have anything now. Shakuni prompted, why do you say you don't have anything? You have your Nakula is there, your brother. Okay, I lost Nakula. Yes, he said, Shakuni said, I won. Nakula is my slave now. And then Sahadeva, then Arjuna also. And then Bhima, he pledged Bhima. Then he pledged. And what do you want to pledge now? And pledged, and he pledged himself. He pledged himself, and he lost. And Shakuni did not stop there. And you have more. You have Draupadi. Why don't you pledge? And Yudhishthira agreed, and he lost Draupadi also. And Draupadi, now Duryodhana said, go and bring her here. And Draupadi, she was on a monthly cycle, she was not supposed to come to the court, but he sent one demon to bring him. And Draupadi said, go and ask the question whether Yudhishthira lost first or I lost first. Go and ask that question. This person, the demon, he thought it's a too complicated question, he returned. Then he sent this Dushasana, and he dragged her to the court. And Draupadi, in front of only Yudhishthira, Vidura, it's I condemn this one. With both arms up, I condemn. It is not becoming of a king to allow this one in front of all the elders. And Bhishmacharya is here. And why? He can't resist. Bhishmacharya was silent. The Draupadi asked Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya, Bhishma, now you are our grandfather. Why are you sitting idle? Do you think it is right to gamble? And what they have done, is it right? He did not utter a word. And after the battle was over, at the end, when Bhishmacharya was reclining on the bed of arrows, and he spoke in the Shanti Parva about 20,000 verses of advice to Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira, he was telling as a king what you have to do, what is a Raja Dharma, what you have to do, how to look after your subjects. And 20,000 verses in front of Lord Shri Krishna, he talked. And Vishnu Sahasranam also he talked. Then Draupadi asked him, laughingly, you are so knowledgeable person, you spoke at length. What were you doing? What happened to you in that court? When they dragged me in, when I asked the question, you were silent. Now you are talking so at length. And where were you at that time? He said, folded his hands. Yes, at that time my mind was polluted because I was eating the food offered by Duryodhana. The food, whom you take the food, it has an impact on the mind. Be mindful where you eat your food. Not just anyone invites the food, a free food, do not jump in to take. You have to be mindful of where the food comes from. Who is cooking? Whether the money that person has earned is a legitimate money. Because what Bhishmacharya he says, the food I ate, it polluted my mind. Now all the blood has come off. Mind has become pure again. And here in the Ayusattvam, it says that one, as a seeker of the higher things, we should be mindful of what we are eating. All 8 shlokas will repeat. I will touch upon the 8th shloka again next week. Arjuna Uvacha Ye Shastra Vidhi Musrujya Yajante Shraddhayan Vitaha Tesham Nishta Tuka Krishna Sattva Rajastamaha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Trivida Bhavati Shraddha Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja Satviki Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu Sattvanurupa Sarvasya Shraddha Bhavati Bharata Shraddha Mayoyam Purusho Yo Yashraddha Evasa Yajante Satvika Devan Yaksharakshansi Rajasa Pretan Bhuta Ganaschanye ಯಜಂತೆ ತಾಮಸ ಜನಾಃ
ಯಜಂತೆ ತಾಮಸಾ ಜನಾಃ
ಅಶಾಸ್ತ್ರವಿಹಿತಂ ಘೋರಂ
ಅಶಾಸ್ತ್ರವಿಹಿತಂ ಘೋರಂ
ತಪ್ಯಂತೆ ಯೇ ತಪೋ ಜನಾಃ
ತಪ್ಯಂತೆ ಯೇ ತಪೋ ಜನಾಃ
ದಂಭ ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಸಂಯುಕ್ತಾಃ
ದಂಭ ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಸಂಯುಕ್ತಾಃ
ಕಾಮರಾಗ ಬಲಾನ್ವಿತಾಃ
ಕಾಮರಾಗ ಬಲಾನ್ವಿತಾಃ
ಕರ್ಷಯಂತ ಶರೀರಸ್ಥಂ
ಕರ್ಷಯಂತ ಶರೀರಸ್ಥಂ
ಭೂತಗ್ರಾಮಮಚೇತಸ
ಭೂತಗ್ರಾಮಮಚೇತಸಃ
ಮಾಂ ಚೈವಾಂತ ಶರೀರಸ್ಥಂ
ಮಾಂ ಚೈವಾಂತ ಶರೀರಸ್ಥಂ
ತಾನ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಸುರ ನಿಶ್ಚಯಾನ್
ತಾನ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಸುರ ನಿಶ್ಚಯಾನ್
ಆಹಾರಸ್ತ್ವಪಿ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯ
ಆಹಾರಸ್ತ್ವಪಿ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯ
ತ್ರಿವಿಧೋ ಭವತಿ ಪ್ರಿಯಃ
ತ್ರಿವಿಧೋ ಭವತಿ ಪ್ರಿಯಃ
ಯಜ್ಞಸ್ತಪ ತಥಾ ದಾನಂ
ಯಜ್ಞ ಸಪ ತಥಾ ದಾನಂ
ತೇಷಾಂ ಭೇದ ಇಮಾಂ ಶೃಣು
ತೇಷಾಂ ಭೇದ ಇಮಾಂ ಶೃಣು
ಆಯುಸ್ಸತ್ವ ಬಲಾರೋಗ್ಯ
ಆಯುಸ್ಸತ್ವ ಬಲಾರೋಗ್ಯ
ಸುಖ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ವಿವರ್ಧನಾಃ
ಸುಖ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ವಿವರ್ಧನಾ
ರಸ್ಯ ಸ್ನಿಗ್ಧ ಸ್ಥಿರ ಹೃದಯ
ರಸ್ಯ ಸ್ನಿಗ್ಧ ಸ್ಥಿರ ಹೃದಯ
ಆಹಾರ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಃ
ಆಹಾರ ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಃ
ವಸುದೇವಸುತಂ ದೇವಂ
ವಸುದೇವಸುತಂ ದೇವಂ
ಕಂಸಚಾಣೂರಮರ್ದನಂ
ಕಂಸಚಾಣೂರಮರ್ದನಂ
ದೇವಕೀ ಪರಮಾನಂದಂ
ದೇವಕೀ ಪರಮಾನಂದಂ
ಕೃಷ್ಣಂ ವಂದೇ ಜಗದ್ಗುರುಂ
ಕೃಷ್ಣಂ ವಂದೇ ಜಗದ್ಗುರುಂ
ನಮೋऽस्तु ते ವ್ಯಾಸ ವಿಶಾಲ ಬುದ್ಧೇ
ನಮೋऽस्तु ते ವ್ಯಾಸ ವಿಶಾಲ ಬುದ್ಧೇ
ಪುಲ್ಲಾರವಿಂದಾಯತ ಪತ್ರ ನೇತ್ರ
ಪುಲ್ಲಾರವಿಂದಾಯತ ಪತ್ರ ನೇತ್ರ
ಯೇನ ತ್ವಯಾ ಭಾರತ ತೈಲ ಪೂರ್ಣ
ಯೇನ ತ್ವಯಾ ಭಾರತ ತೈಲ ಪೂರ್ಣ
ಪ್ರಜ್ವಾಲಿತೋ ಜ್ಞಾನಮಯ ಪ್ರದೀಪಃ
ಪ್ರಜ್ವಾಲಿತೋ ಜ್ಞಾನಮಯ ಪ್ರದೀಪಃ